firefighter who's recovering from electrical burns. He crashed into power lines this morning while paragliding. It happened at Bears Creek Park, which is near 1st Avenue and 60th Street North in St. Pete. And that collision knocked out electricity to some nearby buildings as well. Fox 13's Crystal Clark is on the story for us. And first, we need to know, is this guy okay?
Yeah, Cynthia, I can tell you he was alert and conscious when paramedics took him from this park to Bayfront Health. Now, it was pretty clear this man had some sort of firefighter and paramedic training because while he was laying on the ground, he was telling people, stay back, don't come closer, while he was still tangled up in those lines.
He can't feel his lower portion of his body currently. He can't feel the lower portion of his body.
Neighbors captured video seconds after a man paragliding came crashing into power lines.
I heard like this loud bang, bang, like 3 bangs. And I was like, okay, that sounded like a transformer going off.
I can't feel your legs at all.
He hit the ground, his flying gear still tangled up in the lines. Neighbors like Kelly Sutar came running over to check on him.
He said that he couldn't feel his legs. His shirt was burned open, his chest was pink. He kept trying to like shoo people away. He didn't want to be touched.
What she didn't know is the victim, a man in his 40s, is usually the one responding to emergencies. According to St. Pete Fire and Rescue, he works as a firefighter outside of St. Pete and Pinellas County. A friend says he's an experienced paraglider.
They interviewed him at the hospital and spoke to him at the hospital. He said he was having engine troubles.
Unlike parachuting, paragliders use a motorized fan to generate lift underneath the parachute. When the victim's motor started to die, he tried to make an emergency landing at Bears Creek Park where he took off, but hit the power lines before that could happen.
Each line that you see above me is carrying 7,200 volts, and if they come in contact and you come in contact with multiple ones, now you're almost doubling the voltage that has potential to go through your body.
Now, I'm not sure if you can see the small flag and landing strip in that field behind me, but that's where those paragliders took off from earlier this morning. It's just an opportunity, as you saw in that video, for them to run forward and give that fan a chance to pick up some wind so they can get off the ground. Now, from what we're told, about 30 homes in this area lost power earlier today, but it has since returned, and that victim, we're told, has been transported from Bayfront Health to Tampa General so they can check for any internal wounds. Now, one last thing, I also reached out to the FAA asking, is it okay, or are there any regulations for people who are flying things like a paraglider in this neighborhood? They say under their rules, they are considered an ultra-light vehicle, and from what I could see, they did not break any rules being out here. The only regulation was they have to make sure they are not endangering people or property, and as that victim's friends described it, this was just a freak accident. Back over to you.